Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what is the most overrated product you've purchased? I bought an unbreakable handle axe at Home Depot that used revolutionary new technology and it broke on the third swing. Replaced it with a hickory handle axe which I still use 22 years later. In my experience, anything marketed as unbreakable is guaranteed to fall apart very quickly. I once bought something marketed as an unbreakable can opener. It is the only can opener I have ever known to break. Maybe it wasn't an unbreakable can opener but was an unbreakable can opener and you accidentally used it on a breakable can. Reddit Premium. Yeah, you don't even get an ad-free experience from it. I see covert advertisements on popular subs all the time. Edit, y'all don't seem to get it. It's not things that can be blocked by using shit like Apollo or Urblock or Jai. It's ads posted by regular Reddit accounts disguised as regular posts. Visit r/Hail Corporate for more. Gotta keep those servers on somehow per second. 14.89 days of server time paid for. A garden hose that was unkinkable. I paid extra for the guaranteed kink-free feature. It kinked up like a motherfucker. That's what you get for kink shaming. Most of my academic books. All the PDFs are available online. Cough cough. LibChars. Cough cough. I think the new one is .fun now. Sears Best Canister Vacuum Cleaner. It was expensive, but lasted a few days over 1 year and quit, with only light household use. Sears wouldn't stand behind it. The cost of parts and repair was greater than the cost of the vacuum cleaner. No wonder Sears is in trouble. That's crazy to me. It's a couple of decades back but Sears used to be, like, Costco tier where you knew a Sears/Keamery/Craftsman product was at least average if not a little better. Parts and service were always available. I was friends with a guy who was in charge of the motor pool for an army unit and he used to grump about having to get tools from the government suppliers. He would always say, why don't they let us just get stuff from Sears, you know they are never going anywhere and you can pop down to the store anytime and get a new wrench. Sears stopped listening to their customers and any corporation who does that long enough will fail. Sears let their stores go to shit, cut staffing to the bone, and offshored customer service to the lowest bidder. Keamery is just rebranded products from manufacturers like Whirlpool and LG. Craftsman tool production was outsourced to the lowest bidder in China, so you may as well buy Harbor Freight tools instead. I haven't heard one positive experience about Sears since the 80s. A few years before my grandma passed away, she bought a fridge from Sears. It died before the warranty was up. The repairman said it would cost more to fix it than replace it. My grandma called Sears to set up a delivery time for the new fridge. The man accused my grandmother of trying to get free fridge. He made a widow in her 80s cry. We tried to help, but Sears blocked every number we called from. Eventually her kids bought her fridge from someplace else. This was years ago, but I still won't buy anything from Sears. When our last fridge died we got a new one from Sears. Within a couple of days the frost-free freezer started accumulating ice. Called them about it, they sent a guy out to fiddle with the door and seals. A couple days later, more ice. This went on for a couple weeks. Finally I called and told them to come get their POs and refund my money. The broken English-speaking support person offered me a $400 Sears gift card if I let them have another go at fixing it. Nope, I was tired of them wasting my time, I wanted it gone and my money back. Then they offered me an $800 gift card if I let them try again. Not gonna lie, that did make me pause. I mean, $800. But I figured if they were that desperate, then their service was shitty enough that they had to make a plan to make that sort of offer when the time came. Ended up refusing their begging and bought a fridge from Lowe's and never looked back. Please, no one say a Roomba. I really want a Roomba. As long as you don't expect it to get absolutely everything, and treat it more like a machine that lengthens the amount of time between you vacuuming or sweeping, then it's a good purchase. Also, you need to keep a tidy floor so it doesn't get caught on anything. Super easy to clean and maintain though. I kinda like that about robot vacuums. I have it run every day while I'm at work and it motivates me to keep things tidy and off the floors. I loved mine when we lived in a place with a lot of carpet, but now we have hardwood floor and I feel it's just okay for those surfaces. Research what model is best for your floors before buying. My Roomba stopped working in a year. The service was horrendous, so I had to buy parts on eBay. Eventually I bought a $99 knockoff on Amazon that is by far better at navigating between carpet and hardwood. I got my mate one for his wedding, a bunch of us chipped in. He's had it for years now and says it's the best gift he has ever gotten. Depends on the house of course, but I think it's a fine buy if it fits you and you don't mind the price. A fine present for the bride and groom. I bought the slap chop, pure garbage. It literally exploded upon use as directed. No flames or anything, but all the parts came apart and went flying. You mean Vince Offer lied to us? I can hardly believe it. He seemed so trustworthy. Did he lie about ShamWow, too? Yes. My ShamWow are used to clean oil off stuff now. But my sticky still works for cat fur. Sounds like you didn't love his nuts. Victoria's Secret panties. And the quality has gone downhill immensely. I still have some of theirs from years ago when the quality was so high. The elastic never broke down, the fabric wasn't flimsy, they didn't ride up or sag. And then they started making lousy underwear that falls apart in the washing machine. If they could just go back to making quality cotton bikinis again, I would come back as a customer. But I don't see it happening. I've had at least 2 pairs of new VS panties that fell apart while I was wearing them. Anyone remember those sticky cup strapless backless bras? The ads were all over Facebook and Instagram for a while. I eventually gave in and bought one. The whole point of them in the ads was like pull the string in the middle to give yourself instant mega cleavage, and you can wear it under strapless /backless clothes. Unfortunately, pulling your boobs together into ultra mega cleavage just means it makes the volume of your boobs flatter to pull them closer together, and since all it had was skin to stick to, and nothing but stickiness to hold it up, it was not very supportive. It was sticky enough for one proper use, but even still, the edges peeled away from my skin pretty quickly. There is a little cutout in the middle that's not sticky. That's where the nipple is meant to go. My nipples did not naturally or comfortably line up with those holes, so I had this incredibly sticky bra suction cupped to my tit, and had to nearly rip my nipple off to get the bra off of me. After that, it is impossible to wash and store anywhere. The sticky surface becomes slick when wet, but goes back to sticky when it gets dry, but never as sticky as the first time. It has to air dry because towel fibers will get stuck on it, and it wouldn't survive a trip through the washer and dryer. It cannot be stored in a drawer, or touching any material because fibers will get stuck on it, and it cannot be stored face up with nothing covering it because dust will get stuck on it, thereby rendering it sticky until you wash it again, and air dry it again, and store it wrong again, rinse and repeat until you throw it in the garbage. I once went to a wedding in midsummer. Was wearing a great top but needed some covering of the nips. I used one of those stick-on bras. I started to sweat and I could feel the cups letting go. Second I stood up, they fell and landed in the grass in front of me. I'm sorry, but that's absolutely hilarious. I just imagine you standing, the bra falling off, it going completely silent, and after a long pause someone just goes, your boobs fell. Oh god, I wore them once for an event and I threw those bitches away immediately after. It was a huge waste of money. I would have been better off just not wearing any kind of bra. I just saw an ad yesterday for a stick-on thong. No panty lines and reusable up to 20 times. That's a big old nope. Whoever the crazy person is that came up with stickable stuff to our lady bits is a psycho. Okay, what the fuck is that supposed to stick to? And what's the point when actual, laser cut /seamless thongs exist? I bought one of those oversized gag lighters thinking the flame was going to be proportionally big. It wasn't. I'm 6'5". There's a similar disappointing situation I have with girls. Brother is 6'10", his favorite line when someone inevitably mentions his dick size is actually it's just normal size, but I'm so tall that it looks small. Well, you will find a 6'5" girl with a proportionally sized dick if you keep looking. You need a crack lighter with the adjustable flame. Rayco earbuds. The left one has become noticeably quieter than the right one after roughly 8 months of use. They really aren't that much cheaper, they aren't great sound quality, just average overall, and they didn't last. Edit, not to be cliché, but holy shit, this blew up, thanks for the awards, kind strangers. I hated seeing all the paid ads by YouTubers for them because I knew straight away as they were saying how amazing they are that they would throw them in the dumpster and be back wearing their AirPods as soon as they're done filming that junk. I'm pretty sure someone exposed where Reiko buys their earbuds off Alibaba, basically China's bulk Amazon, for $30-ish. Same exact earbuds, just missing the logo. Word of advice, anything advertised by your favorite podcaster/YouTuber will be genuinely terrible. Edit, yes, there will be exceptions to this, but you'll need to be skeptical of anything advertised to you, especially on YouTube and podcasts. There are no consumer protection mechanisms like there are with traditional media, and social media influencers have a particularly strong ability to persuade their followers. Still, I stand by my original statement to the op. If your favorite influencer is peddling Reiko, they have zero advertising credibility and you should trust none of their advertisement statements. Raid, Shadow Legends. Except Dank Pods. He advertises some really good cheap stuff when making fun of bad cheap stuff. I had a pair of earbuds like this and I was ready to write a letter to complain until I took a close look and took the rubber parts off, found a peg of earwax blocking one of the rubber pieces. Yes, I clean my ears and earbuds better now.